that success. Additionally, Aspas is just a freak on pistol rounds, currently also the league leader in pistol kills, and he's continuing to pile it on. MIBR in firm control on C.
Xenom also took out Shyy on that lurk at A as well, so already a two-pronged approach from MIBR, and they're sitting comfortably on the C site, ready for the flood. This is so decisive, Doug.
Boy, this is a brutal start for KRÜ. It was just, I mean, no questions asked, no hesitation, fully sending C, and it seemed like KRÜ were not ready for that at all.
This is a scary aspas. Won that Verno as well, the new addition. Look at this entry, just finessing around. Melser has no chance in hell, and that pistol, those two Vandals, and they're running the pistol round back, but keznit has something to say about it.
keznit has to find success early on for KRÜ. He struggled in their previous matchup. Aspas got the best of him.
Yeah, it was something ridiculous. I think it was Aspas going 21-5 against keznit in head-to-head duels. That is a ridiculous stat. And still the game was really close, like you were saying. So if keznit can even that number, even just a little bit, maybe that's the win condition for KRÜ, but
if you're KRÜ here, another win condition is you cannot afford to be losing 2v4s. And so they take a step back, willing to relinquish the site and let MIBR at least get the spike down before they commit to taking the fight. Xenom down to 17 HP. Mazino on the swing will clean him up, and Verno is left entirely on his own.
We've seen him pull off some ridiculous clutches this year as the defenders. But the problem is you're running into Vice utility.
Yeah.
And look at, artzin is so low from that chip damage, and look at the screen. keznit just took out aspas. The head-to-head is in his favor right now.
A little apprehension, a little hesitation on where they want to commit to getting the spike down as they test the waters across the middle of the map. Still not confident in their approach.
30 seconds left.
And this Vice wall still up for the side of KRÜ. keznit, he wants to go for the slide peek, doesn't even have to. Eliminates Verno.
Melser piling it on as well. artzin and Xenom again. Another 2v4. KRÜ in a position to put this thing away. keznit pops the ult.
Absolutely obliterated KRÜ's defense.
Aspas tried doing a bit of the same in kind, but hang on here. MIBR on a shoddy bios, pistols, and I believe a stinger, but now weapons upgraded. And now all of a sudden, MIBR have a window to get back into this.
keznit and Shyy were the start of this KRÜ comeback in this half, and now they're going to have to clutch up 2v3 against MIBR. You do have the Vice ultimate in play, but do you invest it?
Early days as silence settles into round 5. The Vice ult popped. Answering your question, Xenom crispy onto Shyy. keznit left alone, a 1v2. He's gotten it down to 1.
Door being broken. There's a fast pivot here.
There's a whole lot on the other side. You're absolutely right. keznit sacrificing himself on the other side of the smoke. And the attack of MIBR stands strong.
The flood completely stuffed now. A lot riding on the shoulders of this lurk from Shyy. If he can somehow manage to pick off cortezia in this spot, maybe there's a way back into this round. He's going to be regrouped with Mazino here.
Possibly, even if he saw them both now. cortezia understanding the start on the other side, waiting for the reinforcements. And cortezia stands tall, gets both.
Back-to-back 2Ks. When these rookies on MIBR heat up, it just feels like there's nothing you can do to shut them down. Melser is left to save, but he's being hunted right now. And this is that tough spot that KRÜ are going to be put in now. They're not going to have a good economy.
Drone will pave the way as they explore towards A. Aspas with the wall up, the dash through. Site cleared and space found.
What an amazing stun lineup. But Shyy still takes out aspas.
Very nicely done. We've already seen one thrifty. And this has the makings of another. Still 2 rifles in play for the defense. And again, traded. artzin has his ult, playing far back. Fault line not up yet. And he invested the Rolling Thunder, trying to push him back. Verno tries catching a timing and will fall. It's all on the caller and captain for MIBR. And a lot of threat across the middle of the map for KRÜ.
Yeah, trying to go for that massive for MIBR.
Sending keznit himself to go find him. Knife goes out just at the wrong time.
tap of a door as well. Where do you go? Are the attackers A? Are they C?
I think they've inserted cortezia here to be the safety valve. Meanwhile, all attention towards A. Oh, pop from aspas. Shyy waiting patiently for the swing. Finds his one. That's all it is, though. Meanwhile, Melser taking care of the trap. And now they can refocus their attention out onto the site. The Rolling Thunder's going to send everyone sky high. Now the paranoia as well.
Spike not planted either. It's MIBR. They're going to try to get out of here. Try to see if they can make it to a B site, but it's a 3v3 fight right here.
Well, they find safe passage. The Viper wall goes up. Goes straight back down, and all the kills coming through. It goes down to 1v1.
Up is surely going to get punished. Oh my gosh, they're going way off the stealth bot. But it doesn't matter.
Keznit dropping 2 there. And now the barrage of utility becomes a problem. MIBR down numbers.
30 seconds left.
Need to find a way to convert here. Keznit's ult is the only one in play. No late lurk through stairs. They're fully committing out onto the side, and Keznit right on time.
What?
Artzin clean with it as aspas down in hell drags him down with them. They're falling apart. Picked at the seams. And the spike now planted Verno with ult. He's gonna get flashed. He's gotta find safety. He's gotta find cover.
The flood, it was just too quick for him to find that window of opportunity, and both rookies getting taken out like that from Keznit at front B. Put MIBR in such a rough spot.
Both teams strength against strength. Cortezia sitting on the sidelines for the rest of this half.
Both Omens taken out.
Spike down A.
Aspas pops his ult too.
Keznit somehow secured another. That's the breach. Ultimate gone now for MIBR.
Oh, and how they would have liked to have had that here. Last round of the half.
Stealth bot used front B to get info if anyone's close door.
Oh,
So that threat isn't need to be checked yet.
yeah, that wall kept him concealed.
I think KRÜ are ready for any type of push that's going to happen here. They're willing to give all that space up, and Keznit is picking up 3 into this round, but now A site is open. And look at where the spike is headed right now.
Can he do it again? Can aspas hold the line for MIBR? A couple of shots.
But he lives.
Not finding their mark. But you're right, life preserved. And now their rotation in play.
Aspas is going to have another attempt to even the score here, but footsteps are being heard.
I'm out of here.
He's trying to cut off the rotations.
Spike
Be
planted.
the dam that's keeping KRÜ back from flooding out onto the site. All of that Vice utility now invested. Gonna tag, oh, 1. I believe it was gonna tag 2 either way. MIBR in a position to take an 8-4 half. Can they convert this? Verno has gotten it much, much closer. He's got 2 on the round. He gets them all.
This is where KRÜ struggled against EG. Their attacking side, they couldn't win pistol. What a great start from Keznit, though, getting that pick on a xenom front B.
Not ready yet.
Keznit has to get online. He has to find Verno doing a little spotting with the drone. He got the info. And then the jump spot to confirm. Meanwhile, you take a look at the minimap. Artzin's going to be on the slight flank. Acceleration towards A. 4 out of 5 members out on the site. Meanwhile, it's going to be cortezia trying to deal this last fight with Mazino. They've gotten the walls closing in. They've got him corralled. They've got him controlled. Can they fight their way out of this mess? cortezia trying to hold the line. He's going to find his 1. Aspas, though, getting his 2. A 2v2 as he dashes across again.
Gotta go.
The kill leader in pistols. Dealing more damage onto KRÜ.
Verno and
30
aspas.
seconds left.
Remember how good they were to close out the last half.
They're taking their time in this approach as well. They don't want to run through this smoke. Get face for free. It's a double swing.
Enemy remaining.
They're gonna get them both!
Three got onto the site, and when the utility was used to delay the plant, they got out. They were all alive from KRÜ. And the bonus is a C push. Shyy needs to be careful.
That paranoia is gonna cause problems too. Oh, surely you turn around!
It doesn't matter because Verno's there to save you.
Those two have lived many, many lives just in these last couple of rounds.
Locating targets.
Unbelievable duo in this server right now, and all of KRÜ are going to get smothered from every side of this retake, but Keznit has something to say about it.
4v4, it's just a sheriff in the hands of xenom. You talked about how good he's been with that weapon.
Coming through.
Starting to take a few bold steps forward. You've got so much utility separating the two, but it's thin. Aspas down to 17 HP. Burnham and Xenom close by. They're going to force him into that fight. He's going to find his one. Still outnumbered. Still outgunned.
To further get kills, and that punish on the Verno leads to an open C site. So a good re-hit on the C, understanding that most teams like to give that space once a lot of utility and aggression has been shown. For MIBR now, how do you retake? You can't really delay the plant anymore with
Spike planted.
Verno being dropped. It's going to be left all up to artzin's utility to find a path in. Contact it out. Great opener.
Mazino falling. This retake attempt has some teeth behind it. Keznit is now down.
You gotta tap, and you gotta tap now, man.
Yeah, you gotta get that ult out. You're absolutely right. And so it'll buy a little bit of time. But there's gotta be a second layer to this. MIBR are gonna take the fight on the other side of the smoke.
One enemy remaining.
And KRÜ hold the line.
They kind of get baited.
All missiles away.
Looking to testing Zay alongside the rest of KRÜ, but yeah, I can't imagine they're gonna be flirting with that area of the map anytime soon. Not after that.
Art with the Bucky might be as good as Aspas and Verno as a duo.
Enemy's down.
So they turn their attention over to B. Note, artzin has his ult. And there it is, right on cue. The Rolling Thunder will collide into the members of KRÜ. Aspas dashing out, besting keznit. With 19 HP, he's gonna push forward again. How does he get away with this? Health be damned. The bloodlust is so strong. Mazino falls.
All utility missing.
Only finds his one.
Raid boss down. Adverso, the leader that needed to step up. He does just so, and now Shyy finds alert timing, so there's no speed up at C. We can go back. Xenom on that rotate was so loud with it. But he might be able to slip through and still get value. Our KRÜ gonna be aware of this. Now they will be.
No, now. Well, you're just speeding up. Still knife out.
Spike down.
Xenom gets one, gets away.
They still don't know about Shyy though.
Now they know. Xenom falls. The side is theirs.
It's not free. Verno is still alive.
Bullet between his eyes. artzin left in a 1v3.
There's not really much you can work with here if you're Art, but that is a ridiculous shot. All of a sudden, maybe you can creep on by, reposition here. That fault line makes it obvious that you're leaning towards stairs. And Breach, these flashes aren't the best for himself.
I don't think that was obvious at all. I think they were concerned about it coming heaven. That's why they were looking there as long as they have enough, giving him a window to get up. He gets it down to one.
Not wanting to deal with that Viper thread.
This, again, this time utility out. Cortezia misses his window, and now the pressure's on him. On the swing, again, 70 HP, and he stands tall, refusing to relent.
KRÜ have to crawl back into this. You have to try to get a pick, but Art has something to say about these players walking through tree.
Off your feet.
Rolling Thunder will try to find them a little bit of a window. Shyy on the counter punch. Into a 3v2, and now
Spike
the
planted.
ult is a problem.
If you look at your mini-map as well, there's a late flank coming through. It's going to be obvious now.
He's gonna wait it out, and the shorty
way.
connects onto Mazino. Shyy, again, called upon to save KRÜ once more. 22 and 11 so far. Flushed out by the salvos, forced to take a step back. 56 HP, can he find his ones? He was given a chance at it, now they're beckoning him to take the swing, forced to take the fight. They double swing into it, and
Match
again,
point.
a brawl A. And you're right, match point. There's a TP into spawn again. This time for Melser.
Mazino taking things into his own hands, the only player that walked through tree with his utility.
Artzin was never gonna win that, he had a judge.
Yeah. Melser gets tagged up, but Still delaying so much time for this retake to come through. It's a free ace. Feint some aggression, or maybe cycle the op onto somebody else.
Maybe. I mean, it's only been one round they've lost. I can't imagine they call a timeout here.
I feel like this is a story that we've seen so many times before, but it's actually Verno punishing a aggressive teleport from Melser.
Again, fancy footwork from the drone. Verno not getting a tag.
And now without your smokes being online, you're kind of forced to have to press the issue. This is where the operator can come online.
Gotta go.
It's a dream scenario to close out a map for MIBR.
They're going to get challenged again. Aspas and Verno standing side by side. Can they do it once more? Aspas is the first to strike. Verno gets flushed out, and Aspas is left to die.
Spike planted.
No ults for the defense. And a Bucky in the hands of artzin.
Locating
A
target.
lot of utility from both sides, though. Everything in favor for MIBR, but the advantage of being in the post plan is you get to go second for KRÜ.
Yeah. Adverso trying to find some space behind that utility. And it is going to be cortezia on the swing.
Player standing.
And they get all of the kills they need. Shyy's going to have to 1v4 to keep this alive. And boy, he gave it a run. It was just not enough. MIBR steal. That MIBR start on attack on Icebox. A 4-0 record, but they have never started on this side. We'll see how that double wall comp plays out. And how it stands against who's heralded to be the king of Icebox in Mazino. He's earned that nickname. He's earned that moniker, but he's going to have to defend it here. And Mazino is the first to fall. Keznit, though, kind of trade back. Gets his 2, investing aspas with it. Artzin's in a really good spot. He will punish Shyy on the reposition. He's going to find a second. Drops him down now. As the mag is empty on the swing.
The good thing for KRÜ is all 5 members are very close to this A site.
MIBR in this bonus, there's a lot behind this. They have 5 rifles, they have the Reckoning, and it is invested. Aspas swings his way into his death, but artzin, 3 on the round for him.
What is artzin on right now?
This would be disaster for KRÜ to get bonus this early.
And Art is already almost halfway to another ultimate. He gets 4 into the round.
You still have to deal with Keznit.
But it's 1v3, and look at the disciplined approach from MIBR. He does
First
break
nano
them all.
cleared, yeah. And now the smoke to provide a little bit of cover. He steals the swing on the first.
Oh, it's just, they want to feed it to artzin.
I mean,
History of Valorant, it doesn't get better than this. Site exec is going to come in full effect.
4 members of KRÜ, 4 members of the defense here, starting to vacate and give some of that space up as the Reckoning causes problems. Creates bedlam on the site. And MIBR waltz their way in. They've taken all the space they want. Keep a close eye on the flood for KRÜ. What's a trigger for them to go? That first cascade, that first layer of utility. Trying to keep them back. Xenom down in hell. They flood onto a Mazino. Finally finding a little bit of success as Melser gets in on it as well. But Verno and cortezia side by side. Trying to stop this as Melser's left in a 1v2. Starting to get spammed through the box.
A site is for the taking.
All attention that way. Keznit's been real quiet. He's got to convert something with these blades, but Aspas has already taken all the space. Then dashing back, waiting for the challenge. Concealed behind the Cloudburst, and now swinging into it, spotting a couple. No kills found. Meanwhile, Keznit's having to do a bit of the same. Can they alleviate some of this pressure so far? KRÜ finding success with the Sheriffs. A reckoning of their own now. As cortezia crumbles, Aspas left alone. Got blade, 25 HP. Keznit's gonna stick the defuse the whole way. KRÜ, get on the board.
A chance back into this map of Icebox.
Adverso was able to contest that orb and see that there was no aggression A from MIBR this time.
Look at this fast mid lurk though. Xenom gets punished for it, but are they aware that there's 2 more behind this?
Oh. Adverso looking for a tag, gonna get artzin as well. And Mazino swinging out, getting 3.
I'm kind of swinging back in their favor. This round time dwindles and Verno just gets smothered.
cortezia
You should
Filling
run.
in back on that space, and there's that lockdown that you were mentioning. Keznit not finding a target with the op.
Procs the dash too early. I mean, he can try to double dip here if he wants, but
I thought he was going to.
yeah, it kind of feels like you have to when you're running against the Harbor. Good delay of the plant so far. Cove not used. No need to. Maybe that could pay out for MIBR at the end. And this is something that's unconventional for aspas, pushing all the way deep screens. Usually he sits all the way in the back of A site, takes that further sight line. Understanding there's an operator in play though, wants to get ahead of it.
He loves this line, and he gets Keznit. He gets Mazino. Falls at the hands of adverso, but Verno popping the ult at the same time. Off the tap. A 2v2. Spam not connecting,
Player
but the
standing.
shock will. What can Melser do here? Time is short. 30.
To play the actual backside to it. Look, you see two players positioned here already waiting for it. He's willing to take these fights. Mazino gets absolutely destroyed.
Is gonna get the shot onto Xenom as well, or onto Mazino as well. A perfect start, and now they can try to accelerate towards B. You have all this utility you're gonna have to navigate around.
Viper's Pit was invested from KRÜ to stop the A advancement, but everyone reconvening
30
with the
seconds
spike here
left.
in mid.
Shy's in a spot to make a play. Gets past the wall,
They're
clears the
flipping tight.
turn, and that's enough to
Strike down mid.
reveal what's going on. Meanwhile, adverso, the other side of that crunch, getting a couple of kills. Aspas and Verno, we talked about their heroics on Lotus with 13 seconds left and Spike not even in hand. They're gonna have to frag out,
10
and
seconds left.
I don't know that that's on the cards.
Good work from KRÜ. Good trade that Shyy got onto Xenom in mid too. I like the reaction is that the main pack is here.
Melser down low, adverso close by.
So such good delay from KRÜ right now. That Harbor Wall is going to be able to come back up as well.
It's all a game of timing. Does artzin clear here? No, Melser snaps his head back. Mazino does as well.
Leave it to aspas to isolate 1v1 after 1v1.
3 for him. Blades online, then maybe get a spam, but
It's a full commit again. Can they shut down aspas with the knives?
so far the answer to that is no. Shyy popping his ult. Is there a counter to this? Do they decide to scale up? Do they give the space away?
Everything.
They're gonna rotate back, and Melser's here. He's waiting. Gets his one. I mean, the swing was inevitable. Now you've got this awkward line in the sand as you've got to commit to this mid-fight, and it does not go your way.
And now Keznit thinks it's B, but the Harbor Ultimate being used, he's going to have to pull out one of the most ridiculous clutches we've seen in VCT history.
A 1v4 dancing around the reckoning. First you deal with aspas, and you
That
do
heavily favored attack this A side of the map with Harbor. But are their post plants as strong as MIBR's were?
Keznit's already up pretty far. Mazino committing to getting the spike down. I love a good 5v5 pistol retake.
Individual brilliance is going to be the key. Mazino does get the head-to-head against artzin. The heavy hitter is down.
Oh, that's just one.
Yeah.
You still have the other one you're gonna have to reckon with, and right on cue. Lights up the kill feed, Melser down. But they're the ones at a numbers disadvantage. They're the ones who have to take some space. Adverso gets caught on the ropes, he will fall. Aspas in a 1v3. Spike has been ticking for a little while as well. Off the swing on the board. Remember how MIBR were able to burst out the gates with a bonus. Verno just destroying Keznit.
Headshot.
And it's Aspas who joins alongside him. The bash.
Running up a ramp.
Oh, we found a timing. We found a window.
Enemy down.
Cortezia is not going to let that one slip by. Guardian.
Literally anything other than what they have right now, yeah.
A lot of light armors across the board, but it looks like that's going to be a tough ask.
This purchase, and Aspas is up. Tagged. You gotta get out of there. But he doubles down, he stays! And Keznit drops him.
A site for the taking. You're going to be able to set up a post plant here, but you need to speed up. You need to get the spike planted. No pressure on the flank. And everybody from the side of KRÜ, other than Mazino, are playing off-site, using their utility. So you have to speed up if you're MIBR.
Yeah, Mazino's not up super far either, to be honest. Now he's taking a step back as well. Fully committing to the post-plant play.
But
Cortezia plucks Keznit out of the sky. And now the Cove is going to cause some problems. Can artzin get to half? Yes, he can.
he's sticking
How
it.
much further can he go? 75%, 80% of the way there! MIBR steals the defuse!
And even if you win this brawl, there's still a lockdown from cortezia.
30 seconds left.
All of the walls are up, and you know they're waiting for just the right moment.
Dash proc at the perfect time, but look at the time.
And now they're going to pop that ult, too.
It's done.
Keznit falls. Gunfire erupts as Xenom gets 2. 3 on the round. Shyy left standing, and